And welcome back. A composer once known as the Beethoven of Japan has apologized for lying about being legally deaf and using a ghostwriter on music he claimed was his. Mamoru Samuraguchi became known as an inspirational genius for composing music despite losing his hearing. A copy of his latest hearing test was distributed to reporters, showing that while his hearing was impaired, it did not meet the requirements for legal deafness. Samuraguchi collaborated with a part-time university professor to compose his music after suffering hearing loss. The composer said he was glad to have the incident out in the open finally, but that he felt responsible for disappointing classical music lovers.
More than 1,000 workers at an IBM factory in Shenzhen have gone on strike, protesting against terms of a buyout deal by Lenovo. Lenovo agreed in January to buy IBM's low-end server business for $2.3 billion US. The workers are demanding higher pay if they choose to transfer to Lenovo, or bigger severance packages if they choose to leave. Some chained their bicycles to the gate to block entrance to the IBM plant. Production was suspended when the strike began on Monday. An IBM spokesman said the terms being offered are comparable in aggregate to what they currently are receiving.
The chief executive says his government will try to strike a balance between tourism development and local living standards. But, as Evelina Leung reports, the controversy over an influx of mainland tourists is not going away.
Economic development and the quality of life are equally important. That's according to Chief Executive Leung Ching-ying today. He said while developing the city's tourism industry, authorities have to take into consideration the impact it has on the community. Leung added an assessment has already been conducted on whether the SAR can handle an influx of tourists, and his government will act based on the suggestions of the report.
The chief executive stressed his government will continue to work closely with MENA authorities on issues such as the individual visit scheme.
A group of Neo-Democrats staged a protest at an MTR station today, voicing their objection to the influx of tourists. They wore cardboard signs with pictures of sardines and cans, symbolizing overcrowded trains. The protesters said that the MTR is the main choice of transportation for tourists, and that's making train rides uncomfortable for locals. They want to see visitors from other places coming to Hong Kong, not just from the mainland. And the protesters called on the government to cancel the multiple visa scheme for permanent residents of Shenzhen. Evelina Leung, TVB News.
Secretary for Development Paul Chan has been fined $1,800 for careless driving. He's also been ordered to attend a driving improvement course within 3 months. Chan was represented in court today by his lawyer. An Eastern Court magistrate said the development chief had a low awareness of road safety. But the magistrate took into consideration his guilty plea and his previous driving record in handing down the punishment. The case stemmed from a collision between a 7-seater Chan was driving and a taxi on the Canal Road flyover last August. And Facebook has been granted an interim injunction barring 2 Hong Kong-based game developers and their company from using or accessing its website and services. The defendants allegedly violated the developer agreement. Ronnie Samtani has more.
Facebook filed a writ with the High Court last week, accusing the defendants of violating its developer terms of use. It is seeking damages for repeated, unauthorized, illegitimate, and wrongful use of its website. The court heard that the defendants, Wong Man-tik and Tse Siu Hang, posted malicious links on Facebook's site, misleading and sending users to other web pages. The social media giant immediately terminated the defendants' accounts and services. It filed an injunction to prevent the defendants and anyone who works at the gaming company from accessing or using Facebook's website and services in any capacity. But the defense claimed that the scope of the injunction is too wide and will prevent Wong and Tse from running their gaming company. The pair created an online game app which requires players to log into the US-based social networking site to track their game progress and to buy amenities such as weapons to use in the game. The defense requested for exemptions to be made to the injunction so app users can still use Facebook for the game. It also stressed the defendants will in no way access the site. But the plaintiff argued that the defendants would still be accessing Facebook if its users access the site through the game. The judge noted that the case is very technical and decided to grant a temporary injunction to give the defense time to gather evidence before presenting its case. Ronnie Samtani, TVB News.
This year's Hong Kong Sevens is coming up fast. Tonight, we begin a series of special reports in the lead-up to Hong Kong's biggest yearly sporting events. And Jameson Wong tells us more. Jameson, what have you got tonight about the Sevens?
Yeah, we're about 3 weeks away, and we're going to do something fun right now. Tonight, we reintroduce you to a local player making his 9th appearance at the tournament, the amazing Rowan Vardy. And I better leave now. I got one of the older models. And in our next report, we'll meet the coaches for Hong Kong, Wonder Woman and Spider-Man. Just a joke. And Chris, Sonia, what do you think of the fake beard and goatee?
I think it was really convincing.
Okay, thanks.
You know, Jameson Wong with all our Sevens news. Now, in the NBA, the LA Lakers season hit rock bottom as the Lakers lost to their crosstown rivals, the Clippers, by 48 points. The final was 142-94. 8 Clippers scored in double figures.
And that is a wrap of our news.
Good night.
Good evening. It was cool and cloudy with 1 or 2 rain patches today. At 5 p.m., a strong easterly airstream was affecting the South China coast. And today's temperatures ranged from 14.1 to 14.9 degrees, and the current temperature is now standing at 15 degrees Celsius. 0.1 millimeters of rain has been recorded since midnight, and the strong monsoon signal is now in force. So, Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow?
Oh.
Cloudy with some rain again tomorrow. Temperatures will range from 14 to 16 degrees. It'll stay cool and cloudy in the following few days. Tomorrow morning's air quality health index will range from low to moderate, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 3. And now to the latest global weather update. Showers in Shanghai, Taipei, and Xiamen. Showers in Guangzhou and Macau. Cloudy in Beijing and Seoul and Tokyo. Bright in Bangkok and Manila, sunny in Ho Chi Minh City. Bright in Kuala Lumpur, sunny in Singapore, showers in Jakarta. Sunny in New Delhi and Karachi, bright in Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo, bright in Nairobi. Showers in Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne, sunny in Auckland. Sunny in Toronto, bright in New York. Cloudy in Vancouver, sunny in San Francisco and Los Angeles. Cloudy in London, Paris, Frankfurt, and Zurich, sunny in Amsterdam. And that's the weather. Good night.